This is probably the last video that I will be making for this YouTube channel as far as one of these vlog videos, because live stream just I use the live stream app, and their app, they just upgraded it, but it's somebody on the App Store called it a downgrade because they took away the feature where you can live stream from your phone. So I'm having to do this video on my camera roll now on my iPhone. So I will probably be no longer making videos now, because now I'm very limited with the video length, and now I have to worry about memory issues and all that. So I probably won't be making videos anymore. And I haven't thought about making a video in a long time, and I found a good friend that I can vent to over the phone, so I really don't need to be making YouTube videos anymore. The only reason why I'm making a video is because I want to write another book entry. I recently, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, exactly, because today Wednesday, 2 weeks ago exactly, on Wednesday, I went to the hospital because I had a 1-inch ovarian cyst. I was getting this pain on my side, and I didn't know what it was, and they did an ultrasound. I got a vaginal ultrasound, which hurt very much. They did an ultrasound, and they found a 1-inch ovarian cyst. It was very painful. So now I'm going to the doctor a lot, and I have some medical stuff going on with my vagina. I have a lot of those health problems going on. Yeah, so I'm pretty open-minded. I am not afraid to talk about it. As you've noticed, I got pretty much no makeup on for the most part. I got some like makeup on my eyebrows here. That's just about it. I figure, you know what, I'm not gonna put on a bunch of makeup for this video just to take it off later. I'm like, no. Because I was already, like, not wearing makeup. I've been going out a lot with just very light makeup, so just on the eyebrows a bit, not even doing, like, the eyeliner. I just, like, I don't need it. I look just fine without makeup. I got a new hat, too, as well. I got this not that long ago. I'm not gonna wear it for this video though, because it casts a shadow on my face, and it's kind of annoying. Yeah, I know that ovarian cysts are a normal part of like ovulating and everything. It's normal, but I got one that caused a problem because it was too big. And I just went for another ultrasound recently that, oh god, they're not fun. You have to basically drink a bunch of water, and you have to have a full bladder, so basically you have to be holding your pee in while you're doing the ultrasound. And they double booked me, so I had to like fucking hold it in for like maybe an hour. 45 minutes or an hour. Oh my god. It was not fun. I was about ready to leave and reschedule. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so painful. Because I had to... Can you imagine having to go really bad? Can you imagine, like, drinking 3 bottles of water and having to hold your pee in for an hour? An hour, people. An hour. Can you imagine that? That's fucking horrible. That's fucking miserable. Anyhow, this video may look different because I'm doing this video from my iPhone, from the camera roll app, and I'm doing it from my phone directly, so you may notice this video looks quite a bit different from my other videos because I'm not using the app anymore, because the app, they basically did a downgrade and they took the live streaming feature away, and now I think they changed it where they want you to pay money and they want you to do a trial now. And I can't do videos as easily anymore, so this will probably be the last video that this might be the last video I ever do. I find that I really don't need to do videos anymore because I have a guy that I'm dating. He's also a really good friend of mine. He's like my best friend, and I can talk with him about everything and anything over the phone. So that's mostly the way I vent now. I don't need to be making videos so much anymore. I know I'm going to be doing another book entry for my book, so that's why I wanted to make a video, because when I do a book entry, if I make a video beforehand, that will help me think and lay my thoughts out there so I get an idea of what I want to write for the book entry, because sometimes I'll get writer's block. But usually every time there's a major event, I'll add an entry to the book. Of course, eventually I'm going to release the book. Then I can't really be adding entries anymore. But when I release the book again, it will be released as a draft. So I can alter it then. Yeah, I have a plan for the book. Basically, like, I'm gonna do like my basic edit to it, and then when I release it again, I'm probably not gonna even announce it on social media. I'm going to probably, you know, I can think of like the closest person that I trust and give the link to him, and maybe a few other people, very few people. Just maybe have it out there on the table for like a month, week, or something, and have a time where I can have other people suggest to me edits that I need to do, or point out something to me if something's wrong. I'm very inexperienced, so I'm young and I'm inexperienced, so you know, sometimes I do things that get me in trouble, if you know what I'm saying. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes I do something and it backfires. So I'm gonna have basically a period where other people can critique it or bring stuff to my attention. And basically that's going to happen for about a month, and then I'll put it out there on social media when I feel ready, and then it'll be a draft for a pretty long time, and then like I'm gonna just let it, like when I really re-release my book, I'm just gonna let it like be a draft for at least a year, because I want to be sure that thing is ready before I take it out of draft mode. I don't know if I'm ever going to publish it on Amazon. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, but it might be like 5 years from now, because I want to be sure. I want to be sure. I really want to be sure before I do something like Amazon, because that's a big deal. That's a big deal that you cannot alter. You can't be flip-flopping. Once you have your publication on Amazon, that you cannot be retracting or flip-flopping. And the first time I published my book on the internet, I had to retract it because there was some major things that were wrong with it. Some things that could get me in a lot of trouble because I was talking about other people, and it was just really bad. It was pretty bad. However, I did get a lot of praise for it, but there was this one person that found a lot of things wrong with my book, and then I found a lot of things wrong with my book, and then I talked to other people, like I talked to my parents, and then I found out there was a lot of things wrong with my book, and there was a lot of things just like where my parents would say, no, you can't be doing that, blah, blah, blah. There was just a lot of things that I shouldn't have been. There's a lot of things that were out there written in that book that shouldn't have been out there, that shouldn't have been published. So, I mean, I had to learn from that, so I had to retract it. So, I know if it's like on Amazon, I can't retract it, I can't flip-flop, I can't do anything like that. But I'm going to keep my book as a draft for at least a year, if not longer, once I mean, there will be a day where I announce on social media, hey, it's out again, check it out. And I'm also going to change the book title. It's no longer going to be The Background Event. It's going to be something else. It's going to be like the same book, but it's going to be something else. And I'm also going to look into replacing the cover as well. It's going to have an updated cover. The whole book's going to be, go through a big upgrade and updates, because there's going to be a lot of new book entries in there and stuff. I don't know if anybody watching this is familiar with my book and my website and my first publication of it and everything. Probably not. I don't know. If you were, you were. If you weren't, you weren't. You're probably not familiar with my work. But anyhow, I remember how that went. Not how I planned on it going, but it went that way because I didn't know what I was doing. So, lesson learned. So another thing that may be going on, I may have a vaginal bacterial infection, but I'm not sure at this point. I can't say whether or not I do because I haven't been diagnosed with anything yet. I'm trying to I am looking into seeing a gynecologist, finding a gynecologist that I can see and get, like, I don't know, somebody told me I'm supposed to get checkups every 6 months. I mean, that makes sense because I already have ovarian cyst problems. I'm trying to find a gynecologist. Either I can get referred to one or find one that doesn't need a referral. With my insurance, my options are limited. I don't have a lot of, my options are not plentiful with my insurance, so I have to find one that can work with me. I also know about Planned Parenthood. That's also another option if my problems are really, really, really bad. I can go with Planned Parenthood. My friend told me about that. Like I said, I have this really good friend who has been helping me and giving me really good advice, and I've basically been venting to him, and he's awesome. And he's here on YouTube as well. He's also a fellow YouTuber like me, but I'm not gonna say who he is or anything. I'm just gonna keep him, like, I'm just gonna keep that anonymity, you know. I'm just gonna keep, you know, just gonna keep his name out of it because yeah, I don't have his permission to mention him or give him a shout out, so I can't. But yeah, I might have a bacterial infection with my vagina. I gotta be careful about the length of this video because I'm doing this off of my iPhone and it's gonna go on my camera roll. I'm doing this and it's going to go onto my camera roll, so I got to be really careful about the length of this. I also got an iPhone 6S, so I got a new phone because my iPhone 5S got damaged. Yeah, the faceplate came off, and then we tried to do an at-home repair. Like, my dad tried to repair it at home. We tried to do this, like, at-home repair, and then the glass ended up getting cracked, and I was like, and it's only 16 gigabyte. It's a 16 gigabyte iPhone 5S. I was like, I've had enough. I'm done. So I was able to go to Best Buy and get an iPhone 6S and finance it with AT&T. So I'm good to go now. I got a great phone. So, and I can film 4K video with this thing. I don't know if 4K video is enabled right now. I don't think it is. I don't think this video is being filmed in 4K. But I gotta be really, really careful about the length of this video. I gotta cut it off really, really soon. The reason why I think I might have a vaginal bacterial infection is because I went to doctor. I saw I didn't really see a doctor. I saw a physician assistant. It was like I went to a clinic that I went to a clinic that my insurance covers, and I saw a physician's assistant, and I described to her what my symptoms were. You know, it's vaginal odor, and if you look up the symptoms for bacterial vaginosis, is called BV. If you look up the symptoms, it's like fishy odor, which is like, ugh, oof. We all hate that. We all hate that, okay? Nobody likes smelly pussy. We all hate that, okay? Okay, nobody likes smelly pussy. You know, I don't even like it. Okay, but yeah, I've had that problem for a long time. I've actually had that problem for years. Recently, it's gotten better, but I've had that problem for 10 years easily. Okay, like ever since I've hit puberty, I've been having that problem for an incredibly long time, like 10 years or more. I've been having that problem, like, I've been having that problem since middle school, guys, so I may have had, I could have potentially had a bacterial infection in my vagina all this time, like since middle school, and not known it. Okay? Now, there's no need to get all worried because from what I know, these things aren't like super serious, but if they go untreated for a really long time, it can cause other complications. So I'm gonna be getting tested for it, I believe, like maybe next week. I think early next week I'm gonna be getting tested to see if I have any kind of bacterial infection. So I'll know by next week, and I mean it's treated with antibiotics, so there's no need to worry because I'm gonna get this thing treated if I have it anyway, which I might have it. I mean, it's like maybe 50%. I'd say there's like a 50% chance that I do have it because I know vaginal odor can be caused by other things. And I am doing the research and I am cracking down on it. So I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. So it's no longer going to be a problem. I'm fixing it, guys. I'm fixing it. So I'm having like all this medical stuff going on ever since I went to the ER a couple of weeks ago for an ovarian cyst. I've been having all these I've been getting all these I've been having to do all this medical stuff that I haven't had to do before. I've been having, ovarian cysts cause problems, and I told the physician's assistant some other symptoms. I may have a bacterial infection now. She told me that, she told me, she was like, it's weird. She actually asked me, do you have a bacterial infection? Like, how in the, how would I know that I have a bacterial infection? How would I know? But anyhow, she mentioned it to me. I left. I looked it up. I Googled the symptoms. It's like, the chances are pretty high that I could have one because I've been recording what's been going on now. I've been keeping a log now, but I've been having abnormal discharge, and I have been having excessive discharge at times. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's not, but I have been having discharge in foul odor that's associated with that infection. And I've also been having itching, which is associated with that infection. I mean, it's maybe like a 75% chance that I have an infection like bacterial vaginosis or something like that. Bacterial vaginosis or whatever the hell it's called. It's like maybe a 50 to 75% chance that I might have a vaginal infection. And it's been going on all this time. I haven't known. I also know that she told me I've been wearing panty liners, not anymore now, but I have been wearing panty liners, which makes it worse because the panty liners trap the moisture, so I've been doing stuff to make it worse. I used to have a very poor diet. I think the odor started like when I was wearing really tight skinny jeans, like in 5th grade. Like I actually started wearing skinny jeans in like 5th grade, so I think that could have been very well what could have been what started it. That could have been like a trigger, and hygiene maybe had something to do with hygiene, not washing down there. I'm sure when I was 10 I didn't know to wash down there. I'm sure when I was like 10, 11, 12, 13 that I didn't know to wash down there. I'm sure I didn't know that. Just an innocent kid, I didn't know that. And then I gotta end this video really soon because I gotta be able to get to. I'm dealing with limitations now because I'm no longer live streaming. This video is not live streamed, so I'm dealing with like storage limitations now and everything. So I gotta end this video really soon. I gotta shut up and stop the video pretty soon. But yeah, this is more just like a quick recap, quick rant, quick update. I also just want to get a word in about sex ed. I have talked to my friend that I've been dating, one of the many guys that I've been dating, okay? I talked to him. I mean, we're becoming closer now too in the relationships, and relationships progressing, and I would say like he's my best friend. So I tell him like everything, you know. I'm not afraid to talk to him about any kind of issues I have. I mean, we share really personal stuff, and we have a really beautiful connection, you know. We have a real beautiful thing going on, and like we're really like attracted to each other and stuff, so we have something great going on. But anyhow, yeah, I've never found anybody like him before. He's just great. But yeah, he was very he got very, very good sex education. I didn't. Okay, I didn't. I think he said he got sex ed in college, which I imagine is very good. They probably teach it very good over there. But anyhow, I did not get very good sex ed in high school. It was shit. So that's why I didn't. I thought having vaginal odor and your pussy smelling like fish was normal. Okay, I thought that was normal. No, it's not. It's an indicator that you have an infection. I didn't know that. I had to find that out at the doctor. And guess what? I had a male doctor like the whole time growing up. You think I was gonna open up to that about the male you think I was open up about that to a male doctor? No, I didn't even know that I should open up about it because I thought it was normal. Okay. And by the way, last time I had a physical, because it was a male doctor, I was 7. Or I was really young. It was before I hit puberty the last time that I had a physical. And the whole time I was growing up, I had a male doctor. Okay? So that could explain why I've let some of this stuff go for so long and why it's gone untreated. You know, there's a lot of things I could say that would explain why. But anyhow, I haven't done any driving lessons the whole summer. Mostly because I remember the last time I practiced with my dad that he was saying all kinds of negative stuff about the parking lot we went to. I don't know. It just seemed like he's very patient, and I know somebody else who is more patient. And now that I've had these medical problems going on, like the ovarian, like the 1-inch ovarian cyst, and having to do a lot of follow up with it and stuff, I basically, there's basically some stuff, I think, going on with my vaginal stuff going on. Yeah, I mean, you know, because I mean, I haven't been checked out for anything for so long, as far as, especially like vaginal health. That's not, it's been like put under the table on the back burner for so long, and now all these problems are coming up because I didn't know about it before. And I guess it takes going to the ER for like pain from an ovarian cyst. I thought I had kidney stones. I thought that I had kidney stones. I didn't know what the fuck it was, but now I know. I didn't even know what an ovarian cyst was. I had very poor sex education. I just want to say, I just want to say that they're leaving people ignorant. They're leaving people not knowing. They're leaving people like, they're putting people like me at risk, because like I maybe could have gotten this stuff treated earlier with the ovarian cyst just came up recently, but I mean, I didn't even know what it was. And I mean, you know, the stuff with the vaginal infection, like having a foul odor and thinking that it's normal and all this other shit, like like, you can't just have basic sex ed. Like, you gotta go in graphic details. You got to go in fucking graphic details. You gotta go in detail. Stop making sex ed so basic. No. They don't just have to use condoms. Also, also educate the females. You need to tell them about ovulation, because I didn't even know what like ovulation was. You need to tell females about ovulation. You need to really educate the females about their lady parts. They need to know about it. They need to know about ovaries. They need to know about ovarian cysts. They need to know what the symptoms are of an infection, if they have an infection. And I didn't know. So that's why if I have an infection, that's why it's probably been untreated for like 10 years. I guess it's basically when the bad bacteria and the good bacteria there's it's a throw off in the pH balance or something like that. The bad bacteria take over and there's less good bacteria or something like that. I don't know, but I've been having an odor that's like fishy smelling for years and years and years and years and years and years. I had it all throughout middle school and all throughout high school. I had symptoms of a bacterial infection in my vagina, like all throughout middle school, all throughout high school, not even knowing a damn thing about it. Not even knowing a damn thing about it. And I wasn't having physicals done. I mean, I had a male doctor, so I wasn't going to get no physical done, okay? Because I had like a male doctor, and I don't know. I don't know. Did anybody tell me I needed a physical? No, okay, no. Nobody told me I needed a physical. Nobody told me how important my health is. I've had to learn the hard way, or I've had to learn through other people. I've had to learn through other people's experiences how important your health is and all that stuff. But anyhow, what my sex ed basically was. It's like, okay, this is the vaginal canal. This is the clitoris. This is the ovaries. And the penis, so it would be like, this is the testicles. This is the whatever that thing's called. That's the tube, okay, the tube that fills up with blood, whatever that thing's called. They would be like, this is the testes, and this is the this is the prostate. This is the It's like, it was just really, really, really super fucking basic. I remember I had a health class in high school when I was a freshman. I think the only diseases that we were talking about were HIV and AIDS and genital warts. I don't even really remember. I don't know if they even covered herpes. They may have, but they didn't really talk about anything else. They didn't talk about any infections. Nothing, okay? Nothing. I'm serious, man. Okay? I'm serious. Like, it's like, if parents don't talk to their kids, and if parents don't talk to their kids, if schools don't talk to the kids, and nobody talks to the kids, you're putting young people at me, young people like me are at risk because of it. Ignorance is blindness, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, people like me are being left blind, being left to discover problems on their own, okay? Not cool. And I actually said recently that I was going to subscribe to a bunch of women's health channels. I mean, I didn't even know what a yeast infection was, okay? Like this is just, I mean, really, I think it's just so unfortunate, I just want to put my feelings out there about this, I just think it's so unfortunate, because you're leaving people, they're leaving people like me to find out about this stuff on our own, and it's like, Oh, it takes a trip to the emergency room to finally start learning about our health. Hello? Wake the fuck up, people. Shit. Like, oh yeah, wake the fuck up. It's like it takes a trip to the ER to finally learn what ovarian cyst is. Oh yeah, it finally takes, and it takes a person who has had much more sex ed than me. I mean, I am friends with a guy who knows more about women's health than I do. I know a guy who knows more about my health than I do. That's right. He knows more about women's health, and he's not even a doctor because he got good sex ed. And I mean, he got much better sex ed. Much better. I mean, he got a good sex education class, and he learned about that stuff. I knew nothing about it. And I mean, I'm a woman. I should know about this stuff. But no, it took a guy to tell me this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That just ain't right. Like, I should have already known about that stuff. Like I should have been taught that stuff in school, or I should have been taught that stuff from my parents. You know, I should have known about it way earlier in life. I should have known about it in my teens, but no. But hey, you know, later better than never, right? Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm probably going to talk about that in the next book entry because I really want to write about sex ed and say how I feel about it, because there's just not enough info, man. It's not enough information going around, you know. It's just really enough. If there is any sex ed that I learned, it was very basic. Yeah, most schools, I guess, teach very basic sex ed, you know. Yeah, so, yeah, I wanted to say that. I needed to say that. I needed to get my feelings out there. I gotta end this video. I don't know if there was anything else I wanted to touch on. I'm gonna go back to the clinic next week. I'm going to see a nurse practitioner. I'm going to find out if I have an infection. I may not have one, but I'm probably not going to make another video after this. Whatever problems I have going on are going to get resolved. It's going to get taken care of. By the way, I've made a lot of progress on the guitar. I just recently learned a lot of scales. I'm not soloing yet. I feel like I'm going to be maybe soloing in about maybe less than 6 months. I'm not sure. 6 months or less. I could be doing like lead guitar and be able to solo in maybe like 6 months or less, I feel, with the kind of progress I'm making. I could be there sooner, who knows. It's gonna take a little while yet. Yeah, I mean, I've just been focusing on guitar all summer. It's been my main focus. eBay has been like second to that. I probably should be focusing on eBay more, but that's okay, because I have a hard time making sales anyways. And my book I haven't really been paying attention to or focusing on at all, and I only have 1 more month left until I go back to school, so I really need to pick up my book again, edit it, and do all kinds of stuff with it. I really need it to edit my book again and do that again, because I've spent many years on that book, and I need to re-release it. It needs to get back out there. I know I'm looking for like maybe 3 big things, and I also realized another thing preventing me from editing my book was I was putting a lot of pressure on myself that it has to be perfect, and that was negative. I'm also a bad procrastinator too, but I'm also procrastinating because I was telling myself, oh, it's got to be perfect. oh my god, it's 300 pages. Oh my god, it's a lot of pages, a lot of work. Ugh. You know, I was also telling myself most of the book is already freaking written. I just need to look out for maybe like 3 big things. And like, I was telling myself, oh, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect, or else everybody's going to judge you. It's got to be perfect. Oh, the world's watching you. Everybody's going to judge you if it's not perfect. And that's very negative. So I realized, no, it doesn't need to be perfect. It can be as not perfect as it's going to be. It can be not perfect. It cannot flow. Stuff can, stuff can be left in there that doesn't make sense because it's only a job. And by the way, I wrote the whole thing when I was a teenager. It's pretty much, for the most part, the whole thing, almost the entire thing, like 95% of the book was written when I was a teenager, and I didn't have as good English skills and as good language skills, etc., 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 and my grammar wasn't as good, and so on and so forth. So there's going to be a lot of mistakes in it, a lot of like English related mistakes. There's going to be a lot of grammar mistakes and so on and so forth, because I was much younger when I was writing this book. I wrote this book all throughout my teens. 95% of it is written in my teenage years, and I pretty much started the book when I was like 13. Yeah, that's pretty much when I started it. So there's gonna be a lot. So it's not gonna be perfect. I mean, and you know what they say, nothing's perfect. So yeah, I gotta stop pressuring myself. So I gotta stop this video. So yeah, this is the last video I'm probably gonna be making. So at least for a while, probably a long time, yeah. Because I can't live stream anymore, so.